Whose idea was it to make these videos anyway? It's my kids, and they put me into some predicaments sometimes. Well, I'm making the video now and I've bit the bullet, so here goes. I bought this car, a little Fiat 500L, 3 years ago, and I started work on it. Did a lot of work, did a lot of welding and lead soldering and stuff, but I left this side exposed, and I'm still in the middle of preparing it for painting, and it has gathered a lot of surface rust. So this video I'm going to show you how to remove that. I'm going to use molasses and cider vinegar, mixed together of course. Put this on the car and use some cling wrap or saran wrap or whatever you want to call it. Leave it overnight and then use a steamer to remove it, and you'll see amazing results. It's really, really good. Been using this stuff for years. So that's what this video is going to be. It's going to show you how to do it. It's part 2 of my many videos to make. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and we better go on with it and get some work done. So, ciao. Was that okay? Yeah. Right, okay. I hope it was okay. So we're going to be removing some rust with the molasses and cider vinegar, and I'm going to show you how to do that. It's very, very, very effective, this stuff. Right, so what we do is just pour about that much of the cider vinegar in, take the molasses and pop some in there as well, nice and messy. You don't want this around the kids, by the way, because look, so if they get this on their hands, they then clap the dog and the cat, and before you know it, you've got a cat dangling from the banister by its tail, sticky hands everywhere. Even though it's completely safe to eat, tastes quite good actually. Mix this all up, and we're going to paint it on the rusty parts of the Fiat. And we're going to put some plastic wrap or plastic bags or cling film or whatever you want to put on it, and leave it overnight just so it doesn't dry up. And then we'll take a steamer, you know, a steam cleaner, and we're going to steam it all back off, and you'll be amazed at how much it cleans the rust out. So let's do it. I'll do quite fancy that in a salad. So here we are in the garage, and we've got our molasses and cider vinegar ready. So we're going to get this rust off the car. I'm going to paint it on with a brush and use a Scotch-Brite, which is kind of like the things you get in your kitchen. Just because I'm pushing on it for a wee bit of time here, I'm going to rub it with the Scotch-Brite and leave it on, preferably overnight, and then I'm going to take my steam cleaner and clean it all back off. This stuff is messy, 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 so let's go on with it. Do you know I'm getting too old for this? Oh, right. Just basically take your messy stuff. We're not going to be so intricate, it stinks. Try not to get your stuff in through the door handles is too much, because when you go to work on the inside of the car, there's going to be a lot of cleaning on the inside of the doors and stuff like that. So we just paint it on, and I've already put a very, very, very thin skimmer filler over the car. I don't like to use a lot of body fillers, epoxies or anything like that. I try to avoid it, and that's why I do use lead solder. But no panel and no car's perfect. These cars never were perfect. Leaving the factory, if you go back in time, they were done on a budget. You know, not by today's standard, where people are restoring cars and they're aiming for absolute perfection. You've got to remember, this car was built in this one was built in the early 70s, 71 I think it was, something like that anyway. So yeah, just soak it, let that act into all the rust. So See, the car's been sitting up for 3 years now. And to be honest with you, with the dampness in Scotland and the sea air sitting in this garage, over time, I'm actually quite impressed. I'll just put a wee bit on here as well. We're going to just rub all this in, work it right into the rust. You've probably seen other videos on YouTube with cider vinegar and stuff like that. There's a guy that does hot rods I'd seen on YouTube at one point using just molasses. And what he did was he put the car panels into like a big bath, it was like a big trough, with molasses and water, and just left the panels soaking in there for a month. Took them out and jet washed them. And I'm not kidding you, every pore in the metal where the rust was, completely clear. Oh my god, it's sticky. But the good thing with this as well, if you've got animals or kids about it or whatever, it's a completely safe chemical to use. If you want to call it a chemical or whatever. We just want to work this in. You kind of get the idea. But you'll see with the pits on the car, you know, the rust. Hear it? This is what we're aiming to remove. I'll probably use a few other chemicals. There's another one I've got there. It's stuff from POR 15. It stands for paint on rust. There's a painting etch solution. I like to use that. What it does is it roughens the metal up and it puts a phosphorus zinc coating on it, so it does protect it to a degree. So, you know, the more rust prevention on the car prior to painting, the better. Right, okay, so that's this panel done. It doesn't take long. I don't know if you can hear that. I can certainly feel it. It's getting smoother. There's still a lot of rust in there. So that needs to come out. And that's the reason why I'm just about to cover this in plastic. I don't want it anything drying out. Like, a sticky mess off my hands for a minute. Like a mad child in a candy shop. Whew. Right. Okay, so simply what we want to do is, right, what did I do with my poly bags? You can take cling film or, there we go. You can take cling film or bags or anything you like, it doesn't matter. I keep these bags in the garage to seal my paint cans up with. I like to put these over my paint cans to stop the lid sticking on them, especially that POR 15 stuff I was talking about, the actual paint itself. If you put the lid on that after using it, it does not come off. So you stick this between the lid and the paint can and it's really good. Right, so I say, just want to put this on just now, stop it drying up, just slap it on. There's no intricateness of this, it's just keep that moist until I've got time to get the steamer on it, and then we'll steam it all off. Just bungle this on, like so. Oh, jeez, I'm getting too old for this. All important coffee. So we're just going to carry on painting on the rust. It will be worth it. It will, it really will. Says I. Just get it all worked into that wrist. And then we'll get the preparation done. There's a lot of black stuff you'll see on the side of the car, and I wish they'd coated it in that. It's a stuff called it's a stuff from Dinitrol called Conver rust, and it kind of converts it. And I've done so much of it before I put the car away 3 years ago, and I didn't expect the car to sit for so long. This is why I never put anything on it to protect it. Just work this in, and then we'll leave it to sit before we clean it off. So just evenly put it in like that. The thing about preparation with a car, you know, it's a golden rule, is what you put into it is what you'll get out. You know, you put the time into it, you put the effort, the work, you're going to get a better job, obviously. It just still takes time. Just like that. Nice and messy. I don't think I would lick it now, after I've been in rust. And time to bag it all up. This will just slow it down from drying out. Maybe I should leave that on and lacquer over it. I was actually looking into custom colours with the car, and I'm still kind of torn between doing it an original colour or doing a custom colour. I don't know. Cider vinegar's very good for you health wise as well. You take a capful in the morning. I've only just started kind of taking it, so I don't know. It's supposed to be very healthy anyway. We'll see the long-term health benefits. It might turn me actually mad. Right, another panel done, coffee and onto the front wing. Funny enough, I remember starting in the motor trade. I'm long out it now. Started in the motor trade when I was 16, and I remember spending hours kneeling on concrete floors the way I'm doing it actually now. I remember a lot of the old school mechanics, you better watch your knees, son, one day you're going to regret it. But yeah, at 16 you're pretty indestructible. You don't listen to, you know, wise people that have been in the trade for years, and they know what they're talking about. You don't really listen at that age. So guys, if you're younger and kneeling on garage floors, watch your knees. Seriously. It's one of the best bits of advice I never took. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So now we're doing the front of the car and the wing. We're nearly there, so we're just going to paint this onto the rust. And a wee bit on the front of the car here. It's starting to run out of it already. There we go. You know what? You can never be too old for a car like this. They're great fun. They really are. 13 horsepower engine. You know, I've had cars with big powerful engines and stuff, and as much as they were absolute fun, this little car is nothing short of fun. Just rubble that into this. I think the Fiat 500 was probably one of the best fun cars ever made, for practicality as well. About towing, and technically one of the world's first smart cars. And these go back to the 1930s actually. It was Topolino, Little Mouse they're called. Check them out. The Fiat 500 wasn't just a 1960s car. The car goes way, way back before that. God, this car is just so small. But it does the job. We get by in it. I restored my Dino in here, amazingly. It was a bit of a squeeze. Okay, pretty much that's it worked in. We'll go and have a wee coffee break, and then we'll bring out Harry the steamer. Okay, we're done. So that should do. Yeah. See you in a couple hours. Choo choo. What we're going to do is we're going to connect the steamer. I'll get all this sticky mess off. It's been on for a wee while now. I'll peel all this plastic off. Get into a right mess. Whew. Looks like it's done its job, I think. I hope. Yeah, it should be fine. So it smells like a pickling factory in here. Yeah, it's good at difference. Look at that. So, as you can see, what molasses and cider vinegar can do. It's cleaning off, back to the bare metal. I think what the heat does is the heat pulls any rust that's been loosened off, it pulls it all out the pores. We're nearly there. Clean out the inside of the door bits now. Door jam. This is the very stuff I use to de-rust my Dino, and it did do a great job. Roaster in here. And that, my friends, is how you de-rust a car with molasses and apple cider vinegar. I'm going to use this stuff. It's from PR15 Metal Prep, and what it does is it leaves a zinc phosphorus coating on it, so it'll prolong the rust coming back again, and it'll clean the car up. So I'm going to spray this on and leave it for a wee while. It's about 30 minutes, you leave it for it and you rinse it off with clean water, dry the car off, and voila. So we've got a nice metal base to work with. So here we go, get this in a spray bottle. As I say, what we do is we paint this on, spray it on the car, and I'll rub it in my Scotch-Brite. That's what I like to do. You've got to keep this stuff wet. You don't want it drying in. Just soak this on. Get it nice and wet. It's a good base to put on this over clean metal anyway, because it does provide an etch, you know, a key for the paint or filler or whatever you're going to use. Plus it cleans out any wee bits of rust I might have missed. I think the molasses has done quite a good job. It's pretty clean. However, the more the merrier, as I always say. It comes to preservation. Take a Scotch-Brite. Right, I didn't have my porridge this morning. Right, I've not got muscles anymore. What's going on? Right, okay. So what I do is take a wee bit of this. Don't worry too much about it on your hands. You start to see a bit of black stuff coming off, which is a good thing because it's still cleaning. But yeah, just wash it all out. As I say, this will etch a zinc phosphorus coating into the metal as well, which is what you want. as much protection on this as possible. It's a mistake that I made when I left it. I didn't do anything like this. I just kind of abandoned the car actually. The kitchen, get done in the house, and before I knew it, the garage was full of stuff. My daughter Fiat, she's dying to drive this car. She's 8 going on 21. But keep this in mind when you're putting this stuff on. Through the process, it's got to be kept wet at all cost. You know, you let it dry in, it's like it just goes all this white residue and stuff. There's a lot of cleaning work then because you can't wash it out. It dries in, and then you've got to start at the beginning again. And you'll see the metal's not totally shiny. As I say, that's what you want, because it's a good key for the coating to go in. And those arches as well. Okay. The next thing we'll be doing is rinsing it all off. Okay, so that's it. We'll just keep this wet for the next 30 minutes and then we'll wash it all off and it's good to go. This has been soaking now for about 25-30 minutes, so before I rinse it off, you know, don't be shy to give the metal another wee rub with this. Take advantage of it because this will have given it time for the stuff to work in. And you start to see some more kind of black stuff coming out of the metal. It's good because this is cleaning it. The POR15 you can get from a company in the UK called Frost. Frost.co.uk. So there you go, I've given it a wee extra rub down. So what I'm going to do now is just rinse it off some clean water, and I'll just bring out the trusty household kettle just because it's got another spout. I'm still going to soak the garage, but you know, just kind of lukewarm water. Don't worry about getting water into anything. We'll be getting it out with the ball gun and so on. Still loads of work to do to the car, so you hear that metal cracking there a few seconds ago? It's just because it's warm water. Just the bodywork expanding. And I'd put new arches on this car and I made them myself, and I wished I'd videoed it because I soldered them all in and welded them and so on. See, when you're welding in like certain areas, start there, work up to about here, there, you know, disperse your heat. Don't weld in the one place because the metal in the bodywork is thin. You end up with the wavy ocean and the deep blue sea. The panels will just work. So yeah, just take your time with restorations, there's no rush. This will get a proper clean down before I do anything else. I just want to dry this off. You see it going kind of like a matted colour. That's good, because that means it's etched. So that POR15's done its job, and it's etched the metal. Okay, time for another wee coffee, I think. So there you have it. So that's how you remove the rust with cider vinegar and molasses. Any questions, will you please feel free to comment, or any advice. I'm always learning as well. I'm going to have a coffee break now. Does anyone want a coffee? One lump or two? Next video will show you what to do with Dinitrol. I'm going to use Conver Rust. It's a spray you spray on to the metal, and any tiny bits of micropores of rust around that's left there. It basically converts them to a stable state, and then I'll be painting the actual Pore 15 or PR 15 coating on top, which will seal it out. It's like super glue, that stuff. Yeah. So that'll be my next video. Hope you enjoyed. Nothing like a wee biscuit. Give me some energy. So guys, thanks very much for watching the video, and hope you learned a little something from it. There'll be plenty more videos to follow. We'll be going with the prep work in the next video. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, anything else. Did I miss anything? I don't know. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. I get back to work, just drop my wrapper. Oh, I tell you, I need to tidy everything up. Yeah, thanks again for watching, and catch you in the next video. That's it, I'm out of here before the good lady comes looking for a coffee cup. Oh, mama.